What's up, guys? I got this thing in here. I'm gonna tell you right now, these wires are warm. So you did 11 amps. Let's see, what does it say? This thing's really hard to read. 13 amp hours. 13.6 volts. Now, if I unplug this, it'll actually it'll read differently. It'll read the open voltage of the panels. So I got this on my load over here. So far this thing hasn't blown up. I've been charging it for just a little bit. I just ran the air conditioning for about 30 minutes, which is about the most I've been able to do. So let's see here. What's the load? This is how many amp hours is going through the panel, I guess, supposedly. Those are just settings. I figured out what this is. So 61. It's actually not a 6. It's a B3. You have B1, B2, and B3. B1 is for sealed lead acid. B2, I forget, I think it's for AGM, and then B3 is for floated lead acid. It doesn't have any other options. This is the power going into the panel. This is the temperature. There's a little sensor right here. It has nothing to do with the temperature on the batteries. This is how many amps that I've got right now currently. And then specifically, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the model. This is the back of this. Okay. This does look like a heatsink, but I will tell you, I've opened this up, and the as you can see, right about here, there's little holes. It's for some other kind of panel. But underneath this area is the regulator transistors. And you just have like this kind of little sheet of rubbery material on them. And the back of the heatsink is just kind of pressed against it. It's really, really janky. There's no way that this thing can handle 60 amps. I got it going over here. Here's my brand new battery and some old truck batteries. And I need to make some more cables. I got 2 more batteries I can add in here. Here's the cables from Harbor Freight and the inverter. We go ahead and turn it on. And there's our air conditioner. And it's 81 degrees in here right now. It will take about 2 or 3 minutes for this thing to kick on. So we'll go outside and we'll look at the panel. So just let me give you an idea of just like how I've got this crappy setup. So these are the wires. Oh man, I can't see a thing. I need to go to my panels. I've got a splitter underneath there. I've got it shaded from the sun because it gets hot. So anyways, it's a real mess in here. But that's what happens when you have like a 20 by 20 shop and you just don't have enough room. So I got this gigantic welder here. This thing weighs 500 pounds. And I traded a guitar for it and I didn't really need it. This one over here is a quarter of its size and does everything I need. Of course, I could get rid of both of them and get like a modern welder. But I'm one of these people that I like things that I know won't break. Which brings me back to this. I don't trust it and I need to get a different one. So, I'm not sure I trust this thing either as far as efficiency. I wondered if I got a better inverter, you know, if this air conditioner would run longer. This thing is a 5500 or 6500 BTU. It says that it draws 535 watts. And I think just under 5 amps. So 535 watts. And the longest I can run this thing is about 30 minutes. Granted, these batteries are starting batteries, but this is a brand new deep cycle battery, a Group 31. It's the biggest deep cycle battery that you can buy. Its reserve is 220. I don't know what its amps are. It's from my old work. I used to work at a place, an automotive repair place that specialized in batteries. and that company got sold off, but they still sell the batteries at the place. So I went and bought this. They're I've used this guy's batteries in all my vehicles, and I think they're better than most of the stuff out there, like the Interstates and stuff. And normally what he does is he sells batteries that have been returned for like a fraction of the price, because he has contracts with the local police and the fire department and stuff, and the electric company. When they have an issue, there's our AC kicking on, you can hear it. When they have an issue with their trucks or whatever, he just warranties out their batteries and just swaps them on the spot, sends a guy out there and changes them. And so 9 times out of 10 they've left something on, and the battery that's in there is still good, but he just, since these are large contracts, he just makes sure that he takes care of them very well, and then he marks the battery as a used, blemished battery and checks it and makes sure it's good and resells it for like $40. Unfortunately, there's never a blemished battery for the deep cycles. We would have people come into work all the time to buy these, and they're always looking for a blemished battery to run their solar. So anyway, the air conditioning's working. I expect 20 to 30 minutes runtime, and then shut it off for about 20 to 30 minutes, and it should be fully charged again, and I'll be able to run it again and sit in front of the radio. What I'm not sure of is how long could I operate on the radio using these.